You contacted me because you saw my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on social media, Instagram. I'm on Facebook as well with 40,000
Yeah.
followers. And one thing is, your dad contacted me, said that you want a mentor, somebody to teach you
Yeah.
cricket. Your bowling action is quite unique. And the good thing is, he sent me some videos of yourself, and which is actually really interesting because you've got a very unusual action, which I like. And what a lot of coaches do, when they see something unusual, they were trying to bring you back to the same routine of how to bowl off spin, leg spin, the traditional way, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with being traditional. The problem is, either you're going through the youth system, and if you do that with a traditional action, great, you've made it. You'll go on to better things. But if you're not going through the youth system and you got unusual action, you're not going to be looked at as, oh, you got a flaw here, you got flaws here. Now, good thing is, with your unusual action, the way I see it is, when I had an unusual action, I made it work for me by practicing and practicing, landing the ball on the spot. And when I was comfortable, okay, I'm hitting more than 5 out of 6, more like 9 out of 10, I was landing on the spot. I thought, okay, now I'm comfortable, I can bowl to some matches, I can go to Surrey County and show them this is what I'm about. It's all about yourself. You have to bowl an action, which only thing I've seen is a few WhatsApp videos your dad sent. And it's really good that he sent it because you do have a very fast arm action. Your bowling style is more like Paul Adams, and he played for South Africa. He played international cricket, but he was an absolute one-off.
Yeah.
You could be another because you are very similar to Rashid Khan and Paul Adams. So you're cross between both of them from what I've seen. So we're going to have you come here and bowl. I know you haven't warmed up and it is a bit cold right now. So this is why we're going to see you bowl a couple of overs and let's see how you bowl. Yeah? Right, cool.
I'm just bowling my leggy and Google it.
I think that's quite important just to bowl leggy and googlies for now. You're only 14.
Yeah.
Bowling a stop delivery like a leggy and being consistent,
Yeah.
really hard to do. If you can do that right, the rest will follow.
Yeah.
You'll get that right. Alright, so what I saw from your WhatsApp video, and I see here as well, the only thing which I don't like about your action and everything else is somewhat, this is your unique action. You look away when you bowl, you know that, yeah? So you get to the stage where when you're on release, you're looking in this direction and you're trying to bowl, and then as soon as you bowl it, yes, you do follow through and you look towards the wicket, but you've got this initial looking away from the wicket. When you bowl, you're bowling from 12 o'clock, and some of it you're coming from the perpendicular, which is like 11:30. From here, it's hard to bowl big leggies. It's easy to bowl googlies. I'm just going to mention Shane Warne because he bowls from a 1 o'clock angle. He's from this position, and when he bowls it from 1 o'clock, and then he comes and finishes off here.
Yeah.
You do this from this position, facing the batsman. You're not chest on. You're side on. You're side on when you bowl your leg spin. From here, you're in this position, and you bowl your leg spinners from here, looking away. But if you try and do it this way, and try and get your arm next to your shoulder, can you do that? Get your arm next to your ear. So look at me. I'm facing the wicket. Arm is straight, absolute straight, and it's touching my ear. Gone. Oh, you're struggling, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got big shoulders.
Yeah.
I think this is the biggest hindrance right now. Your shoulders is not giving you the room to move your arms around perfectly. And one thing I learned in my life was, especially being an off spinner, is be slim. And if I do any weight training, don't train my shoulders. And you can move your shoulder around more. You've got really big shoulders. So this is why you've got an action where you have to go side on. And that's why you're struggling to get your arm around. I don't think I can change it. I was going to say to you, you need to start coming on more front on like Rashid Khan, because Rashid Khan is very similar to you. He comes on, but he doesn't look away from the wicket. From here, he bowls his googlies and leg spinners, but he actually turns his body around and he's actually facing the batsman when he does it as well. In the slow motion replays, when I looked on the video, is you look on release, you're here, and within a split second, you're here.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why is you do run through the crease very fast. You're like a fast bowler sometimes when you run through the crease. And that helps you get your momentum in the right direction, get the ball down.
Yeah.
If I said to you, stand in one place and try and bowl it, you would lose your accuracy, you will lose everything, because you need that momentum to get through the crease, especially in this action, because from here, it's hard to bowl anything. You can't get any pace. So that's your compensating. So you need to run through the crease. I don't mind you going through the crease. Usually it's a case of go slower, slower, and then explode into the wicket. I think you explode too much. I think you get too fast into the wicket. And it's good for variation, but you should sometimes think about slowing down your action to give a bit more loop. All right. Two things. When you bowl, fast bowler, off spinner, leg spin, anything you do, there has to be a rhythm. The rhythm is when you get to this position, like the start position, when you're about to bowl, you need some hip drive.
Yeah.
You don't use your hip at all. This is what you do. You literally get into your position because you run it nicely, you have a nice jump, your landing position is perfect, arm comes around, and then your leg comes around.
Yeah.
Basically, you're just using your arm to bowl. You're not using no more part of your body. You're not using your hip drive. Shoulder rotation is the only thing you're going to use, literally your upper body. You need to be in this position, and this is the only thing I would say you need to do, pretty much improve on, is when you land, these need to come in unison. Your hip drive and your arms need to come over the same time.
Yeah.
You're currently doing this, there, and then the hip comes over.
Yeah.
Basically, you might as well just stand there and just throw your arm over. This is why you bowl so fast. The only reason you're running in and you've got fast arm action is because you're not using no muscles, none of your hip drive. You need to compensate. You run in hard, you land, and then you got to use all your shoulder rotation.
Yeah.
Shoulder rotation this way doesn't rotate much more. Look at this, I'm bowling. From the standing position, I'm bowling. My shoulders are not basically moving. So you need to go side on. From the side on position, now you need to go all the way around. This is why you bowl side on. Other than the big shoulders, and you probably might find it hard to bring your hands next to your ears, you're running in, you're not using your legs, you're not using your hip drive, you're just using your shoulder to go all the way around. And from here, you create that extra pace, and you can bowl the ball on the wicket. As soon as you bowl it, then the hips come over. By then, there's no need to bring your hips over. You might as well just stand there, bowl like this, and not move.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Is this all making sense?
Yeah.
Is it? Has anyone told you this before? Interesting, because it did take me a few, time to watch you, but there's so much going on with your action. But this is the fundamental problem: is you're not using no hip drive. If you've got a good, perfect action, okay, I'm not talking about perfect leg spin action like Shane Warne, because you're not a Shane Warne. You're basically a Rashid Khan and a Paul Adams mixed between those two. You need to now think, okay, what does Rashid Khan do? Because you are so similar to him. Only thing is, you come in and you look away from the wicket. He's in the same position as you from what I can see. From this position, he does look at the wicket. He is pulling down and his hip's about to go. He's in this position.
Yeah.
And then from here, he bowls it even higher and he comes to the 11 o'clock angle where he can actually bowl good googlies. But he's got this hip drive, he's about to come over, comes over the same time. This is the only difference between you and Rashid Khan, is he uses his hip drive. That's why he's so consistent with his line and length. There's two sets of leg spinners now in the world. There's wrist leg spinners and there's finger leg spinners.
Yeah.
And this is very new to cricket, and a lot of coaches don't know this.